Listen power, listen power, listen power every minute, every hour. Bishop Gang is calling on the scene, showing love, sending prayers, sending fortune, sending abundance, sending bliss to all who got an earshot, all that are able to see. Hope you're blessed in all your happenings. And all things are working together for your good. I did that before, I hope you know it now. I was about to rest, and he just kept telling me he wanted me to put this on record. Let me see if I can read this. Put this on record. Good. So, one Father, Lord, many blessings, many blessings. So, continuing the first of all, like I said, blessings to your world, each and every way. May you be healed. May you be blessed in your finances. May you be blessed in your inspiration as you understand and as you continue to delve deeper into yourself, and as you understand your soul's mission, your soul's journey. May every step be unfolded for you, and you step on it cleanly, safely, and in full knowing that you are being initiated into deeper aspects of yourself. So I wish that into your world, and I want to make sure I gave that prayer to you. So to continue with the lessons from Dragon Ball Z, I've just been placed on my heart to share because it's just been such a interesting show to see, and it's something I've been intrigued in for decades, but never took the time to really watch it. I really haven't been watching cartoons for quite some time now. I haven't even been watching shows like that, so to watch a cartoon is really, especially on my own, it's not to play. But at the same token, it is to play, especially a cartoon of this magnitude, because the depth of spirit that was placed in it. The spirit is obviously embedded in everything, but intentionally to place things within a show, within a cartoon, within a manga. I just love to have it revealed to me and have it showcase its particular facet to me. It's a great thing to be able to alchemize the experiences outside of oneself to better understand the self. It's amazing how the main character Goku, is really portrays such a childlike heart, such a childlike heart, and at the same token being such an extraordinary warrior, beyond parallel. And since a child, he's been the strongest on the planet, and he literally defeated a whole army single-handedly. And because of that happening, the general of that army, well, first he defeated the emperor, and then he defeated the general. And the general of that the mastermind of that army, decided to create androids with the sole purpose of destroying this individual who was a child at the time, but was an extraordinarily powerful child. I believe he had already won the world's martial arts tournament as a child, and then, like I said, he defeated this general who was a grand champion. No, he defeated this general. Yeah, I think they did showcase that he was a grand champion, and then he defeated the mastermind, who was someone else, and then the entire army, like single-handedly, though. And he went to their main base in their main compound and defeated them all. So he showcased these skills very early on. So later on down the line in season 5 and 6, we find out that there are androids that have been created, and their sole purpose is to destroy the world and to destroy the main character Goku. So it's been really amazing to watch his journey unfold. I thought it to be an amazing parallel in so many ways to a very much mirrored version of a Christ being, spoken of in plenty of ancient texts and scriptures. It showcased that this being would have a childlike heart, but the wisdom of the ages. And this is something that is showcased throughout Goku's life experiences, just for his ability to respond to the circumstance that he's called into, and to make himself the victim for the best benefit of all involved. In the beginning of the Dragon Ball Z series, there was an individual who arrived whose name was Piccolo. And Piccolo was actually a villain of the main character Goku at one time, and he was defeated by Goku. He was a very strong individual as well. And eventually a much stronger force came onto the planet, and they needed to join forces to defeat this foe. And so they did, and that's what ended up happening. This individual who was the villain at one time ended up training the main character Goku's son and became a mentor to his son. I mentioned in the previous lesson that his wife ended up feeding him and demanded that Goku and this former villain, now mentor, go and get a driver's license. So he's involved in the family, and it's incredible because he didn't know that he was an alien. He just knew he had this desire to want to take over the world. I'll take that back. He did know that he was an alien. He didn't know where he was from. That's what ends up showcasing in the episodes, that he didn't know where he was from, which I thought was an amazing twist. And also, this was Goku's situation when he was a child and he defeated the Red Army and was the world's martial arts master or champion. He was adopted at this time, and because he had arrived on a spaceship and he didn't know it, his brain was damaged in the crash of his space pod, and so he didn't have recollection or even the type of temperament that his fellow planet members had. He comes from a particular, we'll call him a star race called the Saiyans, and he didn't know that he was a Saiyan. He thought that he was an Earthling because he looked very similar to Earthlings, but he wasn't an Earthling. And I thought this to be an amazing twist to the show. The dynamic that really was revealed to me just now that I thought was interesting, because as I'm pondering on the show and the different depths of the show and the different angles that are being brought forth to me, I'm like, wow, this is coincidental and very deep. And I thought, wow, it would be very ironic if a word could be used in multiple ways and have the meaning of what I am perceiving it to have relative to the lessons that I'm being showcased through the show. So relative to what I'm speaking about when it comes to Goku and him being born, him being a starseed and not knowing it, and then him being adopted, And he was adopted by his first sensei, who was this teacher, his first mentor, his martial arts teacher, and his name was Master Roshi. So I said it would be interesting if that somehow correlates to what I'm talking about as far as this dynamic of the parallel of us as human beings being star seeds, and this showcase, this cartoon showcasing these star seeds, and them not knowing that they're star seeds. In particular, the main character Goku. So him being born into, him being adopted by this individual named Master Roshi, I thought what came to me was that this word, it showcases a parallel, because this word also can be said in a way that showcases how we all have mothers and we are all star seeds. And it's said in Master Ushi, that it is our first master, is a she, our mother. She is our first mentor. She is our first guide. She is our first counselor. So, although they didn't showcase Master Roshi having some type of wife, some type of mentor, and he's actually like a type of perverted old man in the show. Even still, that word being said and being looked at is an anagram for mother, basically. So your mother is your first starcraft, essentially, because you come from the stars and you incarnate through her womb. She is the carrier, the vehicle that holds your being, your vessel. She is the mothership. She is the mothership. The queen craft of all crafts. This vessel, this avatar vessel being the craft, and she being the craft that carried us, and she was already a being, already a person. It's not like she was some sort of object that we were in, she is the mothership. So I'm just correlating these types of dynamics of what Dragon Ball Z is showcasing to me when it comes to its layout and its particular structure in different angles, because, well, I'll make that another episode. But I felt like this was really deep, this starseed correlation in Dragon Ball Z, and it's something that has been showcased in other comics or different characters in movies, and I don't think it's accidental. I mean, we know it's not accidental. Right? Everything is made of stardust, so by default. But our soul's being is born from another star system, and it's very important to come to terms with that, because this is a part of your growth in knowing thyself as a soul being. Is you will come in contact with your particular star system, your star family, because you have activated this depth of self-knowing that transcends incarnation. And it's important to have that opportunity. And it's becoming more and more common than ever before, that people are having this opportunity to connect with their star family. It's amazing that even the city that I'm in, it's world renowned for a book for channeling a star, a beingness, a social conscious complex of beingness named Ra was channeled into this city, and those channelings became a book, and that book is called The Law of One. and it can be found online, and there's many volumes to it. But in it, you'll find the opportunity to connect with an awareness beyond this realm that really transmits a genuine and sincere care for your soul's evolution as well as all of humanity. So it's a really extraordinary book, but I thought that a great opportunity to correlate this type of starseed conversation to a degree with the Dragon Ball Z parallel. That's pretty amazing. And there's many different types of interactions with other star families and planets. But these in particular have showcased themselves on Earth. And much of Earth really doesn't know. They're living in their own world. It's like the show is in its own space, but then they have opportunities where they go into cities and towns and you see people's reaction to them seeing them fly. So you know it's not a common thing that people are flying. And if it's not a common thing that people are flying, then it might not be that common that there are extraterrestrials around, even though there is a genius father in the series who has created all sorts of inventions, including a spacecraft. But I don't think that was even common knowledge that he had made it back then when they needed to use it for a particular mission, to go and fight this particular being, which ended up being one of the individual's home planets, and they didn't know it until they got there, or they were incarnated there, and then they seen people that looked like them, and that's when they were able to put it together. I knew I wasn't from Earth, but I didn't know where I was from. But I wasn't from Earth. So anyway, I thought that was I just wanted to share that. You know, it placed in my spirit to share that and put that on record, put that correlation, put that revelation of that facet of the dynamic of Dragon Ball Z and how it correlates to who the human being is in an aspect of our experience. You know. So that's a great opportunity and a great teaching experience for people of various generations to be able to come together and socialize over a entertaining show that can be educational with the right lens. You know? So I just wanted to share that, and I'm thankful to be able to have the opportunity to even see the show, have the means to see the show, the time, the resources, and then be able to have the wisdom and then the desire to understand and apply these different lessons to my own life, as well as share them to anybody who has the ears to hear and the heart to want to hear and the time to listen. So I'm thankful. I'm in great gratitude to the Supreme Being, to the Grand Architect, to the Great Mother, Divine Mother, for being a vessel to be able to share some game and some intel and just some sincerity and wanting to improve your world with these little gems of depth of self, and maybe it activates a desire to want to delve more into certain things. And I will hope those things that you delve into will bring you great joy and great understanding and great power. So blessings to you and your world family. Blessings to your environment. May abundance be behind you every step and in front of every breath you take, so that it's in your pores and it's in your lungs, and it's in your system. May your mind be clear. May your heart be full of care. May you be provided for. May you be filled with joy beyond your understanding. Listen, power as always. Commit to the great. I send love. I send bliss. I send power. I'll talk with you soon. I'm Bishop Genghis Kwan. Showing love. Sending bliss.